it's going to take all of us to get there. We can't keep doing the same things that we were doing.
I'm going to turn it over to Charlie. She's going to kind of start us off right. There's a lot going on. So much has happened in the news cycle since we even got together. Whether your anxiety is high, the same, or even lower, we just want to take a minute for a little bit of a grounding experience before we get into the nitty-gritty of the meeting for today.
Everybody, take a nice deep breath. Let your belly expand as you inhale. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Do that one more time.
I don't know quite how to process it all, but I think anytime there's more awareness of what's going on, that is positive. We're going to do that next time, especially because we probably won't be the last time we need to be grounded before we get started. All right, I'm going to set us up for the bulk of our meeting for today. This week's quote: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This one hit like I can't even imagine, because historically, Black people love to go alone. I mean, and it's something that we've been socialized to do.
It did turn into every man for himself, but what Amber and I were talking about was we need to stick together and we need to work together to get to the greater good. And like I was saying before, it may take some years. It may take a while before we see success or to see any sort of gratification. It's the behind the scenes work. It's the dirty work. It's not so pretty, but we have to do it together if we want to see something, if we really want to make the changes that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So let's go far and let's do it together.
All right. We good? We going together? We going?
Let me hear you say, hey.
Hey. All right. So today we're going to go over the big picture. Again, people mentioned they wanted structure, so we're going to provide an outline for the structure that we worked pretty hard thinking through.
Yeah.
And with that, we're open to feedback as well, because has anybody ever tried to change the world lately? The big picture, that's going to be our main focus. We're mapping out the big picture. We're working towards a guidance, sense of direction, and finding solutions and lasting change. Again, these are our categories. When we kind of fleshed out what do we feel is the actual problem in the Black community, we found that they fell under one of these 4 categories: economic, social, political, or educational. And some of these categories overlap. So if you missed the last meeting, I'm pretty sure in your mind you have it in your mind like, oh, I'm here for a reason and this is my reason. Hold on to that, because we're going to need that later on.
Right.
Okay, so the big picture. Everybody take one more deep breath, because we're about to get into some real stuff here. Paving a path for a big change is a slow process, and we've outlined some basic steps to get us there. And this is just basically what's going to take us from now, what we've started, to possibly even the end of the year. So brace yourselves, we're going in. All right, so Big picture. Where we started, the beginning, was the question we asked was, how can we create positive change, specifically in the Black community? So next steps.
Yeah, so this meeting, we will be placing you all into groups based on your interests. So the focus question is, what can we do together?
Okay, so the next step after we have our small group brainstorm would be, okay, our political group, our economic group, whatever your focus is, you're going to come to our larger change makers meeting and say, okay, these are the ideas that we've come up with. We've recognized these things as issues in the Black community that we would like to address.
Alrighty, so then we're going to move into the planning, so the execution phase. How are we going to tackle the issue that you presented us? What's the main issue and how are we going to take that on? Okay, so the event, so that could be, this is the final step, the final structure. What is it that your group is going to present or do? What actionable step is it in order to make this change?
After that, we have to zoom into the number 6. That's not what I meant to do. Go back. Okay, there we go. So we had to recap and evaluate. So it would be real cute. It's very social media of us to like have a cool post or like go to that cool protest or that event and like, okay, I'm done.
Done. Next.
You know?
What we do next?
But we actually have to recap, reflect, and evaluate. We wanted to give you that and just know that it's not going to happen because of us. It's going to happen because of all of us. All right, y'all. I guess that's it then.
That's it. Thank you so much, everybody. It was so good seeing you, and I'm sending you virtual hugs. And I hope your anxiety has decreased just a little bit. But we will see you in 2 weeks.
I hope this continues to go in a positive direction and people keep doing what we're doing here.